in my life, I know I've survived death on 3 clear occasions. Death on the road, because I dreamed that death and I took action to avoid it. Do you want to hear a story?
I would love to hear a story.
So here's an example. It also is an example of how you develop your own way of recognizing the signs or markers that tell you what's going on in a dream or a certain kind of experience. To get good at this kind of thing, you need to recognize your own symbology and not borrow symbol interpretation from someone else. Develop your personal encyclopedia of symbols, so you know whether it's dreams or synchronicity, something about what's going on for you. Okay, so I dream I'm driving east from the town where I was living at the time. Regular trip. Suddenly everything stops. The sky gets very strange. The sky seems yellow and purple. And now I'm catapulted into a series of unexpected and rather surreal environments, black and white and vivid color. And I know inside the dream I've just been thrown into some transition states, some bardo states following physical death. And I'm thinking in the dream, now fully lucid, if I don't want to live this dream out at some point in the future, I'd better remember where the action stopped in the first part of the dream. So I come out of the dream slowly, looking at the scene, and I recognize the action stopped at a fork in the road, on a road heading east. And there's a convenience store, there's a gas station beyond the fork in the road, and I know exactly where this is. So, because in my personal symbology, I know that if I dream of an unwanted and hasty entry into the afterlife, that is about the risk of physical death for me. About physical death, not metaphorical, not symbolic. Because that's the marker for me about the meaning of the dream, I think, okay, travel advisory, Robert, be very careful approaching that fork in that road heading east. 2 weeks later, I'm driving on that road. There's a double yellow, there's a great big brown UPS truck parked on the double yellow. I can't see around it. Normally I just swing out and go past the truck, but this is the point where the action stopped in the dream. So I slow almost to a halt, and so I miss the head-on collision with the 18-wheeler coming down the road at 60 miles an hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone. Now, skeptic will say, well, that's anecdotal information. Yeah, it's anecdotal and it saved my life. I have no doubt about it. So, but it's not just about avoiding the terrible things, it's also about being prepared in detail for things that lie ahead. Sometimes our dreams of the future are about rather mundane, boring things, but they can still enable us to get through the day at the office or the day in the relationship a lot better than we do otherwise.